Welcome back, you wonderful people. Here today, what are we doing? We're going to try and get the exhaust system off of the Honda Goldwing GL1200. Here we're going to look at it. Most exhaust systems consist of the header, the air box or air collector, and then the mufflers. So this being a Goldwing, it's the first time I've taken one off. But I have a 5/16 socket here and a 14 millimeter on the back, so we can hold that nut. 5/16 obviously is not the proper size because this is metric, but it's fitting, and I'm gonna go for it. It's probably a 14-inch. I'm gonna crank this around and there she goes. Obviously, the header nuts were missing. I didn't even know. So it looks like this is the only bolt holding it on. Now I undid the other side, and you can see here are the mounting holes for the header, and that's going to sit right up underneath here to the intake, and here are the studs. There's only two, and there should be four, but the previous owner apparently was in here already. But that stud would come down through. It's threaded on both ends, so there's a nut that would secure it underneath to make sure that that does not fall off. And we can't look at this side because it's missing. So what we have is one header, air collector, and mufflers. And now that I have it off, I can see that the mufflers and collector here are all one piece, and the header is one piece, and it's held on by these two nuts right here, and that just happens to be a 12 millimeter rather than the 14. But if you turn these nuts out, that'll loosen up the header, and then it's a twist party to get it off. But I usually back these things the whole way out, even take them off completely, or you can have a heck of a time getting the rusty parts separated. Here's a different bike. I can show you how the studs would be on there. As I said, there is threads on one end, and then it would be threaded on the inside. And that's so if you break one off or it gets seized, you can always install a new one. Honda thought ahead for that one, because you'd be out of luck if you couldn't, if you stripped that and you couldn't put another nut on. This is a V45 Sabre. Here we go. Got the header off. Pulled these bolts out. That loosened up the collar there all the way, and then I twisted it out back and forth and up and down, back and forth. Put a little force on the muffler part. Hold your foot there or something, or have a friend help you, and you just got to pull them apart. And this is pretty solid unit. Too bad I don't have the other header. Too bad I don't have a lot of parts, or I would make this thing run again. But you can see how this kind of rusts together. And this is pretty much straight through. There's a little bit of metal inside that I don't know what it does, but you have a heat shield, chrome guard that makes it look pretty from the outside. Same on the edge here. Look down in there. That little stop there is probably for the center stand. So now you can see the beautiful GL1200 Goldwing without a muffler system. No exhaust. That was the only thing holding it on. And these studs should have, I think it's 10mm nut on there. But hey, if you like this video, stay tuned for more. Look back at my other ones, and subscribe if you want to. Obviously, there's nothing holding this side on because it's gone. Have a great one, and I'll see you later.